Hi, John Wanoa here. Just want to express to you that my missing files out of my computer that has been reported to the police now, and it's going to remain there forevermore on file. Now, if any documents or any documents that sound like mine and are implemented on other documents of Hapu or anybody in possession of my documents sounds like, looks like, or even purports to be doing the same thing will be liable for £1 trillion on your head. The sheriff will come to your place and seize the lot. The declaration of war flag applies with this seal to seize everything that you own and everything that's parked around it. It will do. I'm warning you that this is a serious matter that I'm expressing to you people who have received any of my documents from Mike Diamond, or Mike Main is his other name, or there's another name for him. My daughter has done a check on him, and Dorothy, I'm afraid you're being on team viewer with him, communicating with those documents. Anyone who is in communication with those documents is now liable. You're now liable. You're standing on thin ice at the moment, Dorothy. There's no need to cry on my shoulder because you knew what you were doing. You knew what you were saying, and even going to the hui in Tahapua and standing up and talking, that was meant to be my job. You don't stand up in front of me and start talking about something you don't know anything about, other than picking it up off my websites on Facebook. There's 80 websites full of everything that's on there that belongs to me. All those copyrights, all those words, all those ways of writing, the pictures, seals, flags, and everything dated to the 20th of March 1834, that all belongs to my copyright and authority and authentic seal of King William IV and St. Patrick's Church order. You cannot use this. No one can use this on any documents or any uttering words to that effect on any document without my real signature on it. I've got digital signatures. Kingi Taurua has got digital signatures, and Jaymie Patrick has digital signatures, and that's our business. If anyone uses those signatures on any documents and alters any documents with the likeness of seals or flags to that date and to 1830 to 1837 King William IV and 1650 to 1701 King William III, or St. Patrick's Church order in Belfast, Downpatrick village, and the where I've written those histories into our titles with the Manukau Land Company title, Scotland. No one can use that, and the Rogan judges who put those land titles together, Scottish land titles, UK, in Kaipara, in Helensville, and the Confederation of Chiefs on the 1835 Declaration of Independence side, cannot touch them or use any of that information that I've put together myself over the last 20 years, cannot pick them up and use any of it in their marae or anywhere without my signature or my friend Dion Paiko Walker on my side as assisting me to reinstate all my computer back into its original state. That means he's not doing documents, he's just making sure the files that are running out there now, if they are illegal to be using the ones I've printed out and used on authority marae. Right? So all those documents I have put through Te Ti Marae and through Te Hapua Marae and in the maraes that I've done presentations for, They cannot be used. And Waitaha cannot use that history and those names, the Rogan and the Wanoa, the Manukau, the Parapara, the Kawharu names on their titles to make themselves around it. You can't attach yourselves to these. They are unique straight to Britain. They have no third-party application in it. That's what Dorothy did, put third-party citations or words inside the document that pulls it over her way. You see what I mean when you start getting clever with your own ideas? Might sound good, but they don't fit my whakapapa to the Manukau Land Company in Scotland that put all the titles right through the world on the native title that was put together by Tira Waikato Wharaherehere Manukau in Cambridge, Maunga Totally, and Cambridge, England. Okay, that's it. Those are those titles. And the other Chief Hongi Hika from Kurahopo area, Opodi, was the other chief who did the muskets. He did not do the legal documents. He did not do the banking transactions and land transfers. He did not do those. It was Tira Waikato Wharaherehere Manukau who put the documents together and constructed the native title in 1830. Okay, so that's where Clendon sold these lands and bought that certificate of native title back here and already went into Kororareka, Russell, and settled these people in there. Okay, that's 1830 to 1834. That period was the time that Clendon bought the land from Pomare, Chief Pomare II, in 1830, bought land, didn't have a title, went to England, picked that up, 1830 title from British sovereignty of King William IV, and bought that back, and then sold the lands through Pomare to him. Okay, and the king and all the rest of the conquered world, conquered lands in the world, fell under that title. Okay, so do not touch that title because you get £1 trillion on your head. Any of you Maoris who think they're going to start running away and using them. I've only authorised Bundy Waitai to sign as the head grand jury for all the maraes that is from Waitangi. Okay, he was the only one that came into that tent and sat down with me, and Manahi, Parapara, Mauheni sat down as well as a presiding judge of the Crown Government of New Zealand and the Crown Government of Westminster, England. Okay, so he's that presiding judge, and Bundy is the presiding judge on the native maraes for all the other maraes in this country. They're not going to skip over these guys that bothered to come in the tent. I advertised all of this for everyone to come over into the tent. No one came. Just those two sat on that table. Hereweni Karaka sat on that table, and that's what I wanted. I wanted to see who was going to come from the other side of the popos in the 1835 Declaration site. On that side of the popos, where the Titi Marae is out of bounds from this side, and the popos back this way. Those people in the tents back by the fence, hard up against the fence on the other side, are the ones that are in this court. They heard what's going on there. They heard the guns go off and the flag and signing. They saw all of that, but people just ignored it from the other side of the popos. You see, so that set the benchmark for all the rest. We don't do that again. That was a once off. A once off. I advertised enough times. I opened this court up, a native court in the Waitangi Marae, King's Bench Native Court on the other side where the ship is and its flag stuff. We took that power out of there and stuck it back onto Titi Marae. We put Titi Marae here, that's the popo, and that other marae is Titi Marae is over there with that lot. And the 1835 Declaration of Independence, the Maori government and the incorporations are all on the side to fix that lot up. They've got to fix that lot up with this 1834 behind them. Okay, the 1834 is behind them to get everything out of that lot and put it through this court back to Britain. to make them pay out. Okay, so that's how this works. The British are our partners to recover everything in the world that has been pillaged, plummeted, plundered, and stolen. Okay, so that's what this flag does. It sets a cordon around the area that you are claiming back or seizing, puts a state of emergency around it or a declaration of war, and it seizes everything in there under the Financial Martial Law Act of King William III and King William IV. Okay, and the sheriff's hat, like that, picks up all the bills and puts their name. This sheriff puts their name on the list of the court and tries them one by one on one. Third party. All those people there are third parties. All the people on the popo on the other side are third parties. The Maori government, the incorporations, the iwi Maori trusts, the Crown corporations, the government of New Zealand, the private organisations are all on that side as levy debtors. Everything on this side of the popos, on the TTRI grounds, is the creditors. We are the creditors on this side with no debts. All the debts is on that side. They're going to get more debts on because that's all they know, debt. That's all they spin is debt. They'll spin over there and we won't be spinning here. We'll be building them there with themselves. They'll be fighting themselves over there and we'll be here collecting from them for their crimes. Right? The Maori Party and all the rest of those parties on the other side are levy debtors. Just what I'm saying on this video. Do not touch any of my documents because they belong to me and the British government, federal state King Ernest Augustus the Fifth and his son, Prince Regent Ernest Augustus. They are alive. He's king, is a king, the king of Britain, UK today. He's reigning monarch, so they can't make a king of Britain, UK. They can't even make a king of England because that's all gone. You might as well say a king of Muslim instead of a king of England because he's getting run over. So we come in with the flag and take them over. Okay, so that's how this works. And so we are answerable to nobody but our partner, the Navy Chief Sea Lord, Lord of the Sea, Rear Admiral Sir Philip Jones, to put it in right context. He is our legal partner that's responsible to collect all the debts outstanding, the levy debtors from you lot on that side of the popo. You're going to get the bill. You get the bill, but do not touch any of you Maoris. If you start writing things about this lot in your documents, you're in trouble. You cannot mix the jurisdictions of a king with your queen side. All that side is your queen. That's your queen. She's not there. You should know she's not there. And you should know what to do with an absent queen who's jumped overboard and abandoned ship and gone into the EU Parliament and hanging around King William over there. That's King William's estate land in Brussels, and that's our partner as first and second party. You're all third parties, Queen, and all the Queen's subjects are third parties. Everybody that's in New Zealand are third parties. It's up to you to come and prove to us who you are on that land you're only occupying. You only got a certificate of title, and these we can go in with this flag and seize it all of you if we find to be fraudulent. They're all fraud anyway. So we just need to get one land and the whole lot falls down in the whole world with this title I'm talking about, the Manukau Land Company's title. It's all commercial contracts, and that's all it is, and bank loans, and that's why the pound note is there. So don't fool around with any of my documents that are stolen and are floating around, I guess, amongst anybody's computer. They're online. I put them out there so that I won't get knocked out, but the ones who have taken it off my computer have my private way of doing business. If people are following how I do business, then they're in trouble because I can tell the words. I can tell how they're writing. it won't take much for an expert to pick up how they're writing. As soon as they start writing it looking like my writing, different, different, different way of putting it, they're in trouble because the police will go straight in and check their computer. And you'll find, blow me down, they've got some of this information of how to do it. See, all my secrets are in my hard disk of how to do things. Okay, you're not supposed to have that. It's got keys in it, but not the main key. It's still in my head. See, you can't steal anything other than what we can see you're stealing. Okay, so Dorothy, you knew what you were doing. You knew what Mike was doing, and you too have been to prison, I guess. That's my guess, or that's what I've been told. You fellows are prison people who come out looking like going after anything. And I got told that I shouldn't have let you fellows in there. I shouldn't have let you fellows anywhere near my computer, because look at the mess you've made. You've made a big fat mess on Ngāpuhi. It's Ngāpuhi that's copying it, because the whole world knows you're corrupted in there. You've corrupted Ngāpuhi in front of the whole world, because when something happens to me, the whole world knows. You see? And that puts a big black mark on you lot. It puts a big black mark on anyone touching that stuff. Don't touch it. It backfires on you. Don't touch it. It's lethal. That's why I'm still standing. And those documents are well known. They are well known. Everything is stuck to something. Stuck to a piece of land with a name on it, an original name on it, an original creator of all those documents, and the pound note, and the seal, and the king, and chief, who I put their names in. See, Kingi is the chief. I put his name on the documents because he gives me the authority to use this flag for commerce, you see. But at the end of the day, the commerce and the banknotes and everything else is my business. The flag and where it's on that ship is his business, but he don't know too much about how that works. You see, it's a banker's biggest secret you're not supposed to know about. Now they're reading, whoever's got my documents are reading how that works. See, but I'm gone further than that. I've gone out to Makamake out there. It's got higher intelligence than that. Right? You're still learning and researching something that's already been researched. So I just want to say to all you people that have been watching all my stuff online, even the British are watching you, the Americans are watching you, all the clever ones are watching you fellas mischief, see, and walk on the marae and talk in front of everybody else. When you start talking about this sort of stuff, they'll pick up and say, where did you get that from? Who gave it to you? And that's when you get in trouble. As soon as that happens, boom, this comes and gets you, and you're left with nothing and locked up. If you mess with this, you're going to get locked straight away. So don't touch it. That's what I'm saying. This video is just to warn you that I'm just going down the East Coast to stitch together the real whakapapa, not the one that's sitting on my block, stopping me from going back on all these years, over 50 years, stopping me from going on my own ancestors' land blocks, that I'm just going to prove that where it came from, and who got on it, and who's there running it. It's these thugs. The thugs from the New South Wales government. And the thug John Key, who's just ran away with the Panama Papers. You're going to get caught, John Key. You've got this coming after you. You're going to lose everything. Bailey's real estate, you're going to lose all your business. And it's going into the Moai phone book account for everybody else of your corrupted corporations, crown corporations, corrupted business that's corrupted the king. Your queen and you fellas have corrupted the king, bench court. And you'll be silenced. Your queen's bench court will be silenced, and the king will start talking. That's what's going to happen, because you silenced the king, and mischief you went into mischief. All that money you made out of that is going to be seized of the whole lot. 970 million trillion pound note. That's what that green pound note's there for. And it's a green Irish cover of St. Patrick's Order. 8-point star. Okay, so that's all I want to say for this video, but one more time. Be warned. You married? Be warned. Moai is after anyone touching those documents. You can download them and read about them, but do not use them for your own authority on your hapu or your land. Do not use instruments that are not yours without my authority or who I appoint as authority. And it's only Bundy there as authority and Helawini, Karaka, are the only two authorities, and Manahi is the only three authorities to be signing anything, and Kingi, and myself, and Jaymie. Those are the only people who can touch any of these documents, but at the end of the day, it's mine that puts it all together and completes it. It won't go anywhere. If anybody's going to use these to try and do a native court without my authority, then they'll get a pound note on their head. Okay, I must be there to see and to induct anyone in to use it. When you get inducted into it, you follow the rules. You don't make your own up and run off with it and start talking about something else, Vikings or something else, or Maori treaty claims or something else. See, you jeopardize what this message is saying. The message is clear. It's got clear titles right through it. It's got clear titles and memorials right through it. The surname, the names, the places, the memorials, the flags, the seals, everything has got a name to it. And the name sticks. If you put another surname there, it buggers it up. Right? Those are the only surnames I've just said. Taurua, Kingi Taurua, Waitai, or Someone Clark, Bundy Waitai, Manahi, Mauheni, Parapara, Manahi, Parapara, Mauheni. Now, if anyone influences those people I've chosen, you're in trouble. Do not influence them to sign anything or say anything behind my back. That's what I think what happened to Manahi. Dorothy, I'm suspecting that you made him do something, and I'll get it out of him. Right? He's a good man, but I don't like anyone screwing anybody with these documents. They'll kill you, they'll hang you if you play around with them. That's the King's orders. The King's execution orders will cut your head off. So do not try to influence Kingi or Bundy or Heruini Kraka or Manahi. Do not influence them, and I don't think he'll get past Jaymie. You won't get past Jaymie. She's slick on it, okay? She's supposed to be looking after all these things for me, and I've left it wide open, and these two pirates have come in and screwed it all up. Okay, I can say pirates, it's up to you to say you're not a pirate. When you pirate things from me, that's a pirate. Okay, but you might get off lightly, Dorothy, but you had a hand. You could have stopped it. You could have said to him, give it the whole thing back. Instead, you just threw bits of it into my computer as if to say it's all there. Man, I've never been fucking fooled before by a woman. I've never been fucking screwed off by a woman by doing that. As it looks like you're downloading things back on my computer. And it's still shit up. It's still fucked. You cheeky sod. It's still buggered. And you're just throwing bits in and threw the document together as if to say it's good enough. You weren't good enough. You weren't. I had confidence in you until Mike refused to give the password to Dion. He's more honest than anything, right? He's more honest than anything. Trying to warn me about you two. You two brains were working on something and forgot about the documents. You forgot about the documents and my concern. Okay, so no more for you. You're out. That's why I said to you, pack it up. I'll do it all myself. I started it. I was going good, and I'll carry on myself and finish off the whole bloody lot myself with one mobile. Not you two heads. One mobile will clean the whole flopping lot. Okay, I'll run the whole bloody business with that. I'll show you. So that's all. I'll just turn this off in a moment. I finish this off. I'll put the video on the end of this little clip I've got there and get on with getting ready to go. So thank you very much. We'll see you later. But be warned, do not play with those documents And Kingi rang me up to just make sure I'm alright. I'm hoping no one's fooling around with Kingi. Do not fool around with Kingi and make him think that you're going to look after him and me going to England. No, I'll look after myself. I can go there by myself. I don't need any heavies around me. I've got God with me to go anywhere. I'll pick my crew. I've got the Brother Love there. I've got to meet them yet. They're good people on their motorbikes from the Church of England up Garden Pass. They'll do me. I can put my trust in their hands, and they can follow me anywhere they want to, anywhere in the world. I feel quite good about that. Bikes go to. Why not? That's the way I think. That's the way. But I just needed support from people who believe in what I do and believe truth prevails and not humbug that I've just seen and been experienced. I've been put through all this bullshit from you, Dorothy. Just plain bullshit. You did a lot of work, but not for me. You didn't do much for me, but screwed up my documents and didn't do much to add to my spelling mistakes. You made a worse job than my spelling. I'm going to put it on Facebook so I show everybody how many mistakes you got, in there between your two brains, yours and the Pākehā brain, your Rolo brain and that diamond brain just fucked the whole lot up. What, you fucked up my documents, good and proper, because you were working on something else. Huh? I'll show you how to do it by myself. Okay? Just so that it was a waste of time getting you. It was a real, complete waste of time. And look at the mess it's got my computer into. Your brains were in some other field. It was not in the marae with me and the chief. He was up to some no good. Okay, that's all I want to say. I'm pissed off at you buggers. I'm really fucking pissed off that the police can go and deal with it. And anybody touching those documents is in fucking trouble. You get a fucking axe through your head with the King's law, not my law, with the King's law. Okay? See ya.